Welcome, my name's David Bailey. I'm a life coach, and today I'm joined by artist Alex Face, who is hailing from Bangkok and currently out in the States for his first solo exhibition. Welcome, Alex.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi there. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm really glad to be able to speak to you, because when I first came over to Bangkok, I've been coming over here for about 12 years, but when I first, for 2009 was when I first came here.
Yeah.
And, I was really just fell in love with the city, because the architecture, the mix of the olds and the new, the mix of like the kind of street culture as well as the high culture, it just bowled me over. I wasn't expecting so much from Bangkok. And when I moved here a couple of years back, and I was checking out the art on the street, and your pieces really stood out. It was just iconic when I was going around Bangkok, seeing them on the walls and around the place. So yeah, I'm really happy that we get a chance to have a conversation. And I'd love to know how did you first get into art? Like how did that happen?
Actually, it happened to me when I was very small, from a young age. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm growing up. Actually, my background, I'm growing up in a farm, like countryside of Thailand. And then, actually quite a poor family.
Yeah.
I don't have a toy, my house is in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, like I can see the field really, spread out. It's so really open landscape the way I grew up. It's really hard to find toy and everything. So one thing that can make me happy, I think I make the drawing,
Oh, nice.
And I can feel really enjoy it, and I feel so proud with myself when I draw something and then people are like, oh, that's cool, And I just continue doing that. Just keep drawing every day. I try to tell myself that I want to be better. I want to draw something more difficult, and I keep practice all the time. And I can tell myself like, this is one thing I love to do, and just continue doing this, and then I'm studying in high school, and I'm painting every day, and then I'm decide to study more art. So I go to the art college and continue study in the fine art department in the university. So I just keep doing like the whole life, when I really young. And then I found street art when I study in the uni, like maybe second years. And yeah, just fall in love with painting walls, and then continue doing fine art and continue doing street art at the same time, just like, continue doing this for until now.
When you was a kid and you started drawing and painting, like what kind of stuff was inspiring you? Was it like where was you getting your inspiration from when, before you became the street art, but just at the beginning, what were your inspirations?
I was born in 1981, and I think back in the day, one thing that we can see just like Japanese cartoon just on the weekend. And most of the time I draw like Japanese cartoon and drawing the people I know, like my dad, my mom, my grandmom. And also I'm watching like TV drama every day with my grandmom, and then I start drawing the actor on the TV,
Okay.
like that.
Cool. So manga.
We don't have much media like right now, like people can see everything by internet, but back in the day, just TV. Like I draw everything, animal, cartoon, robot, monster. Yeah.
Yeah. I do some work. Actually, I do some coaching with high school students, and even now, like anime, like manga is so popular. I mean, I think it's popular with kids all over the world, but definitely here it's really popular. And yeah, that's cool that was an inspiration. So when you were starting off doing your art, what was your family reaction like? Because it doesn't sound like you were a group of artists. You said you lived on a farm. So what were your parents and family encouraging you when you were beginning?
I think they worry about me because they think the artist not gonna make any money. Back then, like I'm painting every day. Like people, my mom and my dad start to be like, "What you gonna do? What you gonna do for this?" And I don't know. I just like it to do. I think they really worry. Back in the day, I think in Thailand, people look like the artist life is like really, like can be poor, not gonna make any money. So I think they're not really happy when I choose to study art. But I just spoke to them. I'm like really serious talking about what I want to do. And I just said this is what I love to do, and I think I should doing this because if I do something else, I can be really really going bad. And I tell them like this is what I want to do, and then they say okay. If I'm not talking with them, maybe I need to do something else. Like I need to study something else, like what they want. They want to be like teacher, or they want to be me to be like engineer, or doctor. Like that's what the Thai people thinking about the good job in the future.
Yeah. But you were very committed to following this dream.
But right now it's all good, man. Like my dad really happy, my mom really happy. I'm doing well. Everyone okay now. So
I think it's good to hear though, because I think sometimes like you see people they're doing well at, you're successful as an artist, but what they don't see is like the hard work that got you to the point where you are. Because whatever you want to do, if you want to become an artist or any kind of profession or any kind of achievement, there's usually some kind of struggle. And when you see somebody that they're already doing well at it, it's sometimes we don't appreciate the effort required to get there. And I think it's good to hear that, not that you struggle, but like to inspire other people. It isn't always easy to get to where you want to get to. There's not everybody's going to be supportive, but if you really believe strongly and you make a strong effort to do it, then it's possible.
Yeah. So actually for me, I think to be the artist for me, when I'm start, I feel really difficult to be, because, everyone, keep in my mind about you're going to be poor, you're not going to make money, not going to buy your art. I'm like, but I don't care. I just want to do art, and I can make something to make money. Like I can do something else to make money and then spend the money to buy can, buy paint and do my art, and then I continue doing that, and then, I think like after try for a while, and then, back in the day, I feel like who want to be the artist, they need to be from a rich family. So they have the money support. So you can be in the artist life, like
without having to make money.
But I think we can figure it out. Like you can do something else, make money, and then do your own thing in the same time. But you need to do like double work. But for me, if I don't do art for myself, I think I can be not happy. Like I think one thing I can do, I can make my own art, it makes me happy. I can do something else to make money, and then I do one thing and make me happy too. But it takes time, man. It's like I'm painting for 20 years, like I'm start painting spray paint from 2002. It's like 20 years now. It's been a while.
So when you started out, you said when you went to university, that was when you kind of got turned on to street art. What who were the people that you were looking at, and what was your first impression of street art and graffiti art? Because if you hadn't been exposed to that, yeah, how did it impact you, and who were the people that you kind of looked up to?
Oh, you mean like who inspired me, right?
Yeah, and how did it hit
Yeah.
you? Because like there's a difference between the art that you see in a gallery and the yeah, you know, just when you see something on the wall, it has a different effect. So I wonder who inspired you, and what was the impact on you when you first realized, oh wow, like people are doing this on the
Yeah.
street.
But I think back in the day, in 2000, I think hip hop culture really popular in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and my friends just into like hip hop culture, you know, like they have graffiti and magazine. I was like, oh, cool. I want to try to graffiti, you know, and then, you know, I'm look for a little bit more, you know, we check online. I think back in the day, we have the website.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to graffiti.org. So you can see, you know, like everywhere in the world, like graffiti everywhere in the world, like America, Europe, Asia, and you can see the style. And then I look for a little bit. And we brought the book, like street art book. I look for the Barry McGee, yeah, from San Francisco. And yeah, some couple artists, they're painting on the mural, and then say, yeah, that's cool. And I just buy the can and then going out and paint walls, you know, like. But and the first start painting the first piece, I'm like, yeah, it's really fun, you know, with the technique. It's like you spread out something, and the spread technique is really, really fast to done your piece. It's like the first piece is I just do some quick one. I just write my name, Alex, on the abandoned car, you know, just white fill in and the red like outline. But it's look not good actually, I think, but it's make me feel really like, wow, it's so fun, you know, you smell the can, you know, and you do something done in really short time. And one thing, like people can see what you're doing, it make you feel really special. And, you know, in 2000, I don't have the Facebook yet. I don't have any social media. So it's just like there, you know, just paint there and then people can see it. So, you know, after first piece, I just like continue doing this. I feel like really special. But people around me, like my friend, my teacher, it's kind of not happy. I'm like, why you paint wall? They feels like unnaughty, like illegal, you know, like vandalist. And there's like, and I painting everywhere, you know, I'm tagging every corner in the university. It's make me feel really annoying too, you know. I was like, oh, I saw you tagging everywhere. Like, why are you doing this? And why are you going out every weekend to paint wall? Like, it's with your time, you know. I was like, I don't know, I just like it, you know. I just going out with some friend and then just paint walls. That's it, you know.
So what was it that you enjoyed about like being able to do that in a public arena? Because I think that for me, one thing that's like, if you put stuff in a gallery, I mean, that's great, but the audience is different if you put it in just in the public. Like, of course, your audience is everyone. So I'm just curious, what for you was the thing that made that more exciting or exciting for you?
Oh, you know, when I going out, so you need to go to the community. You go to the space, you go to abandoned building, you be in the place you never been, you know, a little bit like in the corner in Bangkok, you know. And every time I go, I got new story. I met new people every time, and then we chat with them. You know, we met just normal people. They live on the street, you know, and I feels like, yeah, is it life? You know, is it city? And everyone they have the idea with the art, you know, with about what I'm doing. It's not about. So if we're talking about when we go to the gallery or the museum, we're talking about art in the museum, you know, it's the same thing on the street, you know, just random people. Hey, what are you doing? I said, oh, we painting the kid, we chat, and I told them like, what I'm thinking, you know. I think we share a lot. And then I start thinking about myself too, you know, when I'm starting paint graffiti, you know, painting everywhere, tagging everywhere. And that's on a public space. and I'm studying fine art, and then I'm thinking like, why I should not send a message to the people, like I can put my concept and I can put the idea into the public world, so we can share with the people more than I just paint my name or just my tag, And about Thailand is about, I think art space like museum is not much. And I feel like if I paint outside the art space, like people can see it, like on the street, it's easier. So I can spend the message out, and I can show my work. Because when you're young, like when you're young student, it's really difficult to find the art space to do your show in a gallery. I think it's a little bit hard for me too when I start. So the wall on the street is perfect for me. I don't put much money,
Yeah, that is your gallery.
Yeah, I can take the public space to be my art space. I can show my work too, and people can see it really easy. But depend they like it or they don't like it.
So when you do go out doing your pieces, is there like a community of other artists? Like, would you go out with other people, or you go out and you meet other artists, or was it just doing it solo? What?
Excuse me, like you mean like going out?
So yeah, you said you met a lot of people when you were out doing spraying. So is there like, would you arrange to go out with friends to do graffiti, or would you just, when you went there were other artists, or how did it kind of work? Was there like a community of artists that would go out together to spray, or yeah?
Yeah, I think it's a part of the culture of the street art.
Yeah,
street artists, like we connect a lot. Like for me, I'm in Bangkok. I have a lot of email from the artists from everywhere in the world, like from Europe. Many people from Europe come to Thailand for vacation and they want to paint. Just like hang out in Bangkok, and also traveling to when I'm traveling to Europe, just go to see friends, and then we hook up, and then they show me the spot. For me, I can show Bangkok spot for them. I say, hey, let's go hang out and paint wall together. And when I'm traveling, they show me the spot too. I'm not local, so they know the city more than me. So they show me around. I'm showing them around too. It's like it's about connection. I think really strong. And every time we get on the wall together, we always share the idea. It's like, hey, what are we gonna make this piece look good? Like how many people we have today? Like we have 4 friends. What we're gonna fix with the wall together, like do production together. I think it's fun to do that too, and it's really, I think, part of the culture about connection with artists. It's still going on right now. I'm in America right now, just like hanging out with a friend. They show me the spot too.
Yeah, there's that kind of community aspect to it.
Yeah.
And so when what point in, after you started spraying and doing pieces, when did you feel like you started developing your own kind of unique style? Because I think you have a pretty unique style, and I'm just interested, when did that start to develop, where you felt like, oh, this is my style? Of course you can do different styles, but I'm not like trying to look like anybody else, but I'm creating something that I feel is me and my own personal kind of style of graffiti.
Okay, I think actually everything, it comes from your experience. I just follow like what I feel and what's going on, what's happened in my life. Like when I start painting wall, I'm paint the face on the wall. Like my old school work is about the face coming out from the wall, like every angle from the wall, like in the corner. Because like graffiti is about put your name everywhere. And for me, I feel like I want to say hi to everyone, you know, like just put painting the face, coming out like, hey, you know, everywhere in Bangkok. And the half face is really, I think it's quite quick, you know, to do like just half face and then go, you know, don't spend much time there, just like, okay, 1 minute and then I'm going. And I'm painting for a long time, I think like 8 years, 9 years. And then I feel like I'm boring about the face. I want to do something else. And I think my life just like got a turning point again. You know, I have a child, I have a daughter in 2009. And then when I have a child, it's my life like changed. You know, every day I got new thing to do. Now I have a daughter to take care, and I have to, you know, stay with a baby. And then it becomes like, oh, it become a new idea. And, you know, I have a question a lot about a future. You know, I have a baby on my arm, you know, before I don't care. It's just me, you know. And now I have a child, say, hey, I just, you know, question a lot about what's going on in the future. And that's become the new idea. Okay, I wanna paint a baby face, look like worry something. So they can send a message to the people like why a baby look upset and they worry. You know, I'm worried too about the future. So that's the new technique. And then I continue like, you know, practice every piece, you know, piece by piece. And that's become, you know, new, I don't know, like the fur coming out and the rabbit, why become the rabbit, you know, if everything is, I have the story day by day and then become, you know, it's not only just bam, I just make it, you know, just happen like one day, I just like continue. I think quite a long time now, like I'm painting the baby face from 2009. So like 12 years. Yeah.
So the idea kind of evolved. That's really cool. Your daughter was inspirational for that. Does she knows, right? Have you told her about this story?
Yeah, she knows. Like when she really small, I keep telling her, like, oh, I paint you, but it's not you. You know, like can be someone else. I don't want her to stick with my work too much, you know.
Yeah.
But now she understands. She's 12 now.
Okay.
And
cool.
She's good. Yeah.
Does she do any art herself?
Yeah, she did. Yeah. She enjoy it. I think sometimes she draw more than me.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you mentioned like the inspiration was the I guess concern for the future that you saw when you had a baby and like there's more responsibility. Are there any other like themes or topics that I guess are in your work like that are really important that you're trying to express through the work?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Actually, what's going on in Thailand right now and also in the global scale. Like what impact me, and I want to speak out about that. I use that for my tool, you know, like I use the street art to be my tool now about to speak out what happened or how I can feel. For example, right now, I think people talking about like climate change and many documentary talking about like the world going too fast and we can have more problem in the future because the climate, you know, like changing, we're gonna have more flood. And as we see this year, you know, we have so many flood everywhere in Germany, you know, in China. Actually, like a lot of places like that. And wildfire everywhere, like Southern Europe, also in California right now, like smoky everywhere, you know, like still burning. So I think we need to think about that right now. And also, yeah, that global scale, that how I can feel, you know, I can feel like how I can do if one day my house gonna be underwater in Bangkok, you know, and like Bangkok is one of the dangerous place to get affected by the global warming, you know, like I spent a lot of money to build my house, and that wow, one day gonna be underwater. That makes me
Get some stilts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But how are you gonna do? It's like I'm gonna be getting old when if I can getting old and I need to move myself to stay away from the flood. It's not fun, you know.
Mm.
That's one thing that I'm talking about, and also political in Thailand. It's really bad now, you know, about like we know what's going on, what happened. So I just use that message. I want to speak out that message, you know, to the people too.
Yeah, I think that's, I mean, I'm living in Thailand now, so I know what you're talking about. And I think like the one thing that I love about art or like music, I mean, I include music as art, is an ability to share an idea or to bring people together more than like politics or other things can, because it's just like a medium that you can share an idea and people connect to, like, you know, music or art or even a film or something. If because it's popular culture, it can just capture an idea in a way that I don't think any other medium can. And yeah, we're visual creatures, human beings, we're visual creatures. So if you can present an idea, it's like helping people think differently. And also I know the laws in Thailand, it's hard to talk openly, so to communicate, to express through art is a necessity.
We can use art for that. I feel like be a good tool to speak out, you know, in a creative way, and we can make people hope for future, you know, like we cannot give up to fix the problem. Also, like for example, the music, you know, like for in history, reggae music can change the people, you know, they can fix the political, make people hope, you know. I think what do art is a good tool right now to speak out in a good way, not, you know, in we try. I want to people think about the positive way, like let them hope. I know it's really hard, but you know, one thing I can do, I can paint. I don't have a gun. I don't have a weapon to fight back. You know, I have a pen with me.
Yeah. And how has traveling changed your art? Because I know you're based in Bangkok, but you're now in the States, and you've traveled around. And how has that exposure to different countries changed or not how you express yourself or the kind of work that you do?
For me, I think traveling is really, really important for the artist, you know, because everywhere you go is everything new, you know, environment, people, you know, food, the weather, everything's like, it's not like a picture. I'm really excited to traveling, you know, when I'm young, you know, when I'm want to traveling. So when we start traveling, it's like, I think that helped you a lot. It's helped me a lot for create the artwork, but about the story, about the history. But everywhere I go, for example, if I travel in Europe, I should not only paint wall, I'm spend some time to visit the museum, you know, to learn more about what's going on, about the history. And I think that can teach you more about everything. I try to be open to everything, you know, talk to people everywhere I go, you know, so you can learn more about their mentality, about their mind, you know. I think it's really, really special for me to traveling. But yeah, right now I'm just traveling in America, so it's a big country.
Yeah.
Everything spread out, everything so big, you know. It's really, really impressed, really fun to traveling. Yeah.
And what is there a particular city or country that you really love like painting in, or you find like really resonates with you out of all the places you've been? Like you're like, wow, the art scene here is really amazing.
Mm, it's hard to say. A lot of place is really different and good, but America is fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like people, like they a little bit loud. They speak. They hey hello, yeah. Like they chat with you. They really enjoy. Sometimes when you paintball, they just come and say hi. But most of the people, I think they really enjoy. Yeah, when we painting on the wall, Europe is fun too. Yeah, everywhere different. I would quite enjoy everywhere.
Yeah.
Even like city, BC city, like Myanmar or somewhere I've been. Like yeah, I can make fun with everywhere I go to. Like I
Yeah.
just enjoy it. But one thing I want to say is about for me when I'm traveling and see more things, I feel really small. I feel myself smaller and smaller and smaller. Yeah, when I
Yeah.
went to see the big museum, you see a lot of talent artists from 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, like people create amazing things for long ago. And for me, I feel like I'm so small, like it's made me feel like, oh, I want to do harder for my art, and I want to be harder what I'm doing. I feel like I'm a lucky man. I can do my art right now to make money for living.
Yeah.
So I should like try hard before one day we're gonna go on for sure. Like okay, let's go harder every time. So when I see more things, I feel like I'm not try enough. I should try more. When I met like the artists, like really good artists, they really have really good energy. They work hard. They really focus. I'm like, yeah, I need to try hard. Like it's good to meet a lot of people. They can make you prove yourself a lot too.
Yeah. When for you did the art actually become like a job? Yeah, I mean, not like but like you mentioned it at the start, it was like
Living.
struggling financially. When did it start? Like, oh, actually, I can start making money to support myself and my family from this. Like, what was there a turning point where, yeah, you started becoming a bit more successful, or how did that happen?
Okay, I thinking about I'm start making money when I'm a little boy already.
Yeah.
Because I'm painting on the like my friend asked me to draw Japanese cartoon. They gave me like 20 baht. They give me like 10 baht, so I can buy the candy. I was like, yeah, I'm making money, and sometimes I'm doing like art contest and I'm making money. I can pay for my school when I was young. Actually, I paid for my school the whole time because I got money from the art like competition. So I just pay myself.
Yeah.
And I started high school. I went to the park and then I draw the portrait of people. Say, hey, you want to draw a portrait? I do like quick drawing for a portrait. They give me like 100 baht or something. I think that I start making money from my art for the whole time. But let's say when I growing up in the artist life, I feel like about 10 years ago that I can make a living with my real art. It's took about like for a while, like 10 years, I think. When I'm like finish the school, like finish the university, yeah, about 10 years, 10, 12 years. Yeah.
Was there like was it like a specific show, or like how was there something that happened that where a point where you felt like, oh, actually, yeah, I'm doing this, you know what I mean? What was the catalyst, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's get back in 2012. And that the first show that I paint a baby face for the first solo exhibition. Because at that time I just really focused for this show, and I feel like this show is gonna change my life. That's what I tell myself. And I just focus and I put every skill I have for this show. I'm not hurry, just keep painting for 3 years. I'm start painting the show in 2009, and I need to do another job. That's what I say, you know, like I have to do another job, make money when I have a free time. So I just do my art. So I spent 3 years to create a new show. And then I feels like, you know, this is gonna change my life. This is gonna change my life. This is gonna change my life. So I just finally, like in 2012, I have a show. I make a solo show. That show called Underground Adventure, and it's shown in Lom Soy 19. And that show was sold out. But I think that show is really important for me because, you know, like when people talking about your show and then your show sold out and they say, who is Alex Faith, you know, and that I think that time I got my name in Art Collector.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Art Collector start to know my name from that show, and then I keep painting and I keep do the show every year. I keep start traveling. So I know more people, I know more gallery, I know more like, you know, the process of work. I learn more and more. And I think, yeah, that after that we continue keeping working for that. 2012.
Cool. 2012. So before that, it was more you were just doing this, you were doing street art. Had you had anything featured in galleries before that, or was that?
I did a show. I did many shows, but I cannot sell anything.
Okay. Yeah.
I make my Alex face, you know, like really simple, really easy. Maybe people is like, oh, you're not put your skill enough. I don't know, but I don't know why I cannot sell, but I make it sell a little bit, you know, just make some money, but not just like I can living for that. Yeah, and then when I change to be new style, I think people more like it, and I think maybe people really understand about a baby message. I don't know. I think maybe people thinking about a positive, I don't know, image or something. Oh yeah, but I just keep doing this, and then just lucky. I don't know.
Yeah. So when that
your daughter,
the inspiration of your daughter was success in your art.
Yeah, but you know, like it's really hard to sell the painting when you start. And for me too, I cannot sell anything, and I feel not surprised when I make a show. Then I'm not gonna make any money.
Yeah.
I've been like 10 years to make a show, and then I don't make any money. But I just happy to make it. You know, I feel like sometimes when you make a show, you make people happy. Not just about you making money.
Yeah, of course.
The first thing for me when I make a show, I'm not thinking about what I'm gonna sell or not sell. I try to thinking about the message, like what I'm gonna speak out for this show, what the content or the concept about this show, and if people come to the show and then make them happy, you know, I feel that that's the show should be. And then if you sell or not sell, that's another process, you know.
Yeah,
that's another story. Yeah.
So it's your own personal satisfaction is really important.
Yeah.
And I think that there's something cool I just wanted to highlight, because if people are watching this and they are artists, like the fact that you were doing portraits in the park and like hustling and just, you know, like, because I know people think, oh, you can't make any money as an artist, and like you can just begin. Like there are opportunities. I'm from London, and so if you go to Leicester Square, I don't know if you've been to London, you see all the people doing portraits, and like, you know, there's an opportunity to do something. You don't have to wait for somebody to give you an opportunity. You can just kind of create it there and then. I think that's very cool. And the second point about you know, you don't always know what, like you said you were doing these shows for like maybe 10 years or so before it kind of became successful, like in a commercial term, but like you don't always know what's going to be successful. And I think that like personal drive, like if that is satisfying to you, if you're enjoying expressing yourself, you know, that's a very different mentality to, I need to make money, I want to make money. It's like, I think people pick up on that. Like when you're doing something through genuine love, yeah, I think people pick up on that.
Yeah. But you need to think about the concept first, and then, but also I'm thinking about a business too.
Mm.
You know, you cannot go just, okay, art. But for me, I know it's like, you need to make balance about this is gonna make money. You need to live, you need to make a living.
Yeah.
I mean, because you need to make money and you need to use that money to spend with the cost of art, but something is not cheap to like to make. Like if you want to make painting, you need to go buy paint, you need to go buy paintbrush, you need to go buy oil, but everything is not cheap, you know.
Yeah.
But if you want to make the sculpture is not cheap to make too. Like you need to make the profit to come to make your cost to make more art and make for living. But for me, I try to make balance about, okay, if I make this, it should sell. You know, for example, like if I paint the big painting, no one gonna have that space to hang the painting in that house, you know. You need to make like smaller one, or okay, they can hang on a painting in the house. They have a small living room, they can hang it. Yeah, that kind of thing you need to think about. You can sell it, you know, not just like, okay, going hard, painting big, but yeah, for sure you're not gonna sell it. They love it, but maybe, you know, it's too big for me. That, for example, I think just make balance. But the key for me is just about the message or the content and the concept about the show. Yeah.
Yeah. And since you've become more popular, have you had opportunities to do like I guess commission pieces that are really on a bigger scale than you would have otherwise?
Yeah. You mean the big mural in the
Yeah,
city?
like because I know as a graffiti artist or just doing it street, of course you can do big pieces, but like the more popular you become, maybe like certain opportunities to do things that you never thought were going to be possible. Have you had any experiences like that?
Okay, maybe a paint car.
A car.
Yeah, I did the project with Mercedes in 2017. That's long ago. They asked me to paint on the car. I said, oh, paint on the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mercedes. Yeah, just no cover, no wrap. Yeah, just paint on the car. All right, yeah, just do it. You know, yeah, maybe that's one thing that's really surprised. Like, okay, we can do graffiti on the car or something like that. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I think that one can be fancy one for me. And but sometimes, you know, I'm do collaboration with the brand, you know, and they have the event, the opening day, and I need to be on the stage with the actor or the celebrity, and they were met and said, oh, hello, you know, with hanging out with celebrity. I was like, and normally I'm hanging out with the homeless on the abandoned walls, you know, like,
yeah,
but yeah, on the light on me, on the stage, talk to people on the microphone. I was like, oh, that's fancy, you know. But I try to be comfortable everywhere I've been, and I said, oh, okay, on the stage with the light on, oh, all right, talk to people. I try to be comfortable, you know, I just enjoy every situation, but just like fancy, you know.
Yeah.
I talk to myself like, oh, back in the day, long ago, people not happy when I'm painting walls, but right now they invite me to come on the stage talking about graffiti. You know, it's kind of fun for me. Yeah.
And what's the most unusual location you've done graffiti or you've done art? Like, is there any strange? Because I know you said you started out doing abandoned buildings and maybe visiting cities and getting taken to different places. What's the most unusual place that you've painted?
Unusual place. or maybe live painting on the stage.
Live painting.
Live painting on the stage in the same time with like famous singer in Thailand still sing, you know, and do live painting.
Okay.
And make the smell. One day I'm painting and then the smell really bad. And the audience look at me really angry. It's like, I'm gonna listen to that guy. What are you doing here? You know, make the smell. I said, are you smell it? Yeah, smell. Really angry to me. I said, I need to do my job, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, that can be unusual place. That I'm like, I don't want to disturb people. You know, they want to listen to music. I don't know, man. But it's not for me. It's really not unusual for me.
Mm.
Like people watching you. You know, normally you're just alone or with friend or you know in an abandoned place. I don't know, but yeah, but it's okay.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
So live art events. Yeah, I've been. It was a couple of years back. They had, you know, like they do the art week in Bangkok where they have all the galleries, and I went there and they were doing. I saw like they had some live graffiti stuff going on, and it didn't smell too bad though, so we were okay.
But it make me think a lot now. If people asking me to do live painting like that again, maybe I just
You have to give the masks out.
yeah, it made me think a lot now. If I had to do it again, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. And is there any places that you really want to paint, like any particular locations that you think I'd love to go to this country or this city and like paint?
Yeah. You know, one war I really want to go paint. I want to go paint in the Beirut port.
Beirut,
That
where
Beirut,
it blew up.
They blew up last year.
Yeah.
And see the white like tube, you know, at the port they still have the construction destroyed. It feels like, yeah, I don't know. I want to go paint there when I see what happened. That's that, you know, that's the same thing in Thailand too. That happened because corruption or something wrong with the system. So that make the thing happen. So I think that's a place we should, like, we have many ideas to talking about what's going on. Also, you know, in Beirut or everywhere in the world, that's the same situation with corruption. Many places I want to paint, you know, like in Bangkok, many places I want to paint. I don't know, many places. But the world's so big, you know, it's huge. I have so many countries I've never been, and I don't know yet, you know, like where I should go and paint it.
Yeah.
But right now, for this question, I think Beirut. Yeah.
Beirut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sad, but I'm so sad to see what happened there too.
Is it possible, like, can you travel there at the moment, or is that?
I saw my friend there. She's a photographer.
Yeah.
I think she took a lot of pictures, so I'm follow her and see what's going on and say, yeah, that voice look good to speak something. Yeah, but I don't know. I can paint there, or maybe they not allow. I don't know.
Yeah, and actually in Bangkok, like when you paint now, like do you get permission, or you just go out and paint, or what? What is there a process? Like, do you just paint what you want to paint, or do people go, hey, can you paint this wall?
I have a lot of people calling me to paint. Yeah, but for me, I love abandoned building. I love abandoned space because no one owns that space, you know.
Yeah.
But if you paint like in Bangkok, you know, if I paint in a restaurant or that wall belong to someone, it feels like if they're asking you to paint, they want you to do something a little
like
bit
an
cute,
advertisement kind of thing, almost.
a little bit. Well, can you paint something beautiful with the fur, you know? But sometimes, you know, I want to speak something a little bit serious or political, maybe it's not good to be on someone's wall. Maybe they get trouble, or we never know what's going on in Bangkok now. So when I paint in the abandoned building, it feels like I can paint whatever I want to paint. I can do whatever I want to do, and no one complain anything about what they want. I want this, I want that. Just like go and then paint whatever.
More freedom.
So, yeah, I think more freedom. No one on this wall. One day it's gonna go, it's gonna crack anyway. I just paint it and let it go. So I shoot that spot first. If I see a abandoned wall, yes, that's perfect. I love environment, just crack wall, abandoned, but for sure, if you really like the wall, I think the good way you can ask people, you can spend time. They can, don't have any problem with the police. If you're going around attacking someone wall, yeah, you're still illegal. But just still fun, if you're going out and paint someone wall without permission for the graffiti art, it's just like freedom.
Yeah, I do a bit of urban exploring. I don't know. Have you been to the New World shopping mall in Bangkok where they got the fish in the basement? Do you know what I'm talking?
Khao San Road.
Near there, yeah. There's abandoned shopping mall, and I went there a couple of weeks to take photos and some nice pieces in there. But it's just, yeah. I mean, it's kind of exciting. Like I know what you mean because you go into this abandoned building, and it's like another world you're in. It's like a hidden place that is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Have you been to that spot?
I've been long ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't pay anything in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the it's like discovering it's like discovering something that's been hidden. Like that's kind of what I love about those abandoned places.
Yeah, have a fish as well.
Yeah, it's got fish as well, which is quite cool. It's like something from a science fiction movie.
Really fancy.
Yeah. And what do you have any? So yeah, how's it going in the States? The exhibition out there, like your first solo exhibition. How are people receiving it? Did they know who you were? Did the general public have any idea about you, and how's it been received?
Yeah, the show was good. Like a lot of attention. Yeah, put on many magazine website, and the show sold. Yeah, everything sold out now. So it's really good success for me in the US show this year. I think the gallery work really good too. They know how to work, and they have they work for a long time too. So I think I'm lucky to have a good gallery to represent in LA. And yeah, I think it's really good for me, like good opportunity to come here and can continue working in America too. It's a big country. I have so many friends, like living in the state, so I can come here often, visit friends, and keep working here. So my family quite enjoy California too.
Yeah. And have you been doing any graffiti like on the streets, or have you just been doing it in the your own exhibition?
I'll paint a couple walls already.
Cool.
And right now I'm in San Francisco, and I'm got connected with the artist in San Francisco. I try to paint like wall, 2 walls. I don't have much time here, so I try to do much I can. And I'm gonna get back to LA in a week, and then I can stay in LA, I think, for a month, so I have time to go around. I will paint a lot. I try to paint a lot, much I can.
Yeah. And when you paint, do you just work on your own, or I know you mentioned like doing collaborations. Is that something you still do?
Depend. I can do everything.
Yeah.
If I have a friend with me, yeah, let's do collaboration. And if I'm alone, it's just okay, I paint it alone. Yeah, just doesn't matter.
Cool. And
yeah,
do you have any what are your plans like for the future, Alex? Have you got any projects that you really want to, that you're working on, or any that you really are ambitious about?
The plan, right?
Yeah, like things that maybe are going on right now, or things you really want to make happen. Because I know you mentioned
Oh,
the drive that you get from travel.
okay. I feel like I'm 40 this year, and I'm look forward for another 10 years when I'm turn 50. You know, I'm look for next 10 year. I feel like I think I still going around. You know, I can still painting. I think I'm strong enough to like running. You know, like painting, climb up on a ladder, something like that. You know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. I have a project coming up next year with the show, and just I have a team. I have a Gary help me to figure it out, and we keep working together with my team. It's not only me alone, you know, working. I have my wife and my manager. Actually, my daughter helped me too. You know, like everyone helping each other.
Yeah.
Also, my gallery team in Bangkok. So just like next 10 years, I try to do harder because I feel like after 50, maybe I need to take a break, or maybe I'm getting hurt my back, you know, or hurt my finger. I don't know. Yeah, and one thing I want to do, I really want to do big scale show in the museum. That I feel like if I have opportunity to do that, gonna be great. Like, you know, when I visit museum and I see like amazing show from the artist, I'm like, yes, I want to be there. I want to be there. I want to paint on a museum, something like that. That's what I want to do in the next 10 years. And when I turn 50, and if I still fit, so I live for another 10 years to 60 or continue. I feel like one thing for the artist, you know, really lucky because you can keep working the whole life.
Yeah.
When you're getting old, if your brain's still okay, your body's still okay, I think you continue work until the last day you die. I think you can continue work. That's a lucky artist. Even like work from home, yeah, I'm work from home anyway. Like for this situation, you know, like a lot of people they lose their job. Many people like, you know, like they lost their future because like bad COVID. That's, you know, that's really sad for them. And for me, I feel like I'm telling myself every day, it's like, you're a lucky man, Alex. You know, you can continue to do what you want to do. I'm a lucky man in the world. So yeah, just like put hard much you can. That's what I tell myself.
Cool. So you want to have a large scale, like paint on large. Is there any? Do you have any museums or galleries in mind for that, or is it just like the idea that you want to do it on a big scale?
Oh, many places. Like I've been in LA, I saw like MoMA museums. Like, yes, good. You know, every museum I visit, I was like, yes, good, bad. But I don't know, maybe next year I try to do in Bangkok because next year in 2022 is about 20 years now for me to paint, start painting from 2002.
Yeah.
So my idea, I want to do like 20-year Alex Fest, 20 years like anniversary Alex Fest in Bangkok. And I don't know, I want to make the big scale for that show for my 20 years. That's the idea now. I'm working with that. I look for the space now, like where in Bangkok it should be. Maybe BACC, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. So if I cannot do anywhere else in the world, I can make my museum show maybe.
Yeah. Well, Bangkok, the spiritual homeland.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Well, yeah, it's been great speaking to you, Alex. Thanks for taking time to have a chat. And if people want to find out more about you and your work, maybe check out your exhibition or even buy some of your stuff or just see what you're doing, where's the best place for them to find you?
Okay. Right now, I'm gonna have website. So I'm painting for 20 years. I never have website before. I gonna have website coming up soon. So gonna be World Wide Web, alexfaith.world. So you can check everything in the website. And also, if you want to check me on social media, you should come to Instagram, alexfaith BKK. Yeah, I try to post once a week, but I'm quite slow in social media right now. Yeah, but one thing you can see what I'm doing for the last like many years. And also, if you in Bangkok, you can contact to Bangkok City Gallery in Sathorn Soi 1. So they can represent me in Bangkok.
Okay, cool.
And check on the website. Yeah, or you can visit the gallery when everything gets normal. Or you can ask there for information and everything. Yeah.
Cool. I'll put the links in the notes below, so if people want to get in touch or see your work, they can check that out. Thanks for speaking, Alex. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, David. Have a good one.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the bell button to be updated on all the latest videos. You can check me out on Instagram at David Bailey Life Coach.